Hey guys, we're going to be doing a review on Six Flags Fright Fest haunted houses on here today instead of on our website. There's quite a bit to talk about. David, what's your opinion? What do you think? Oh boy, it's going to be one of those. Hi guys, welcome back to Halloween Blast. Amanda and David. Today we're going to be doing our reviews on Six Flags Fright Fest haunted houses. So
I brought a friend today for this one
ooh.
to help us do a review. Go on. Talk about Fright Fest.
The roller coasters were fun. Haunted houses were fun.
Oh, we'll use that all night.
It wasn't too good. They don't
Six
hold a lot of
Flags
water.
charges way more money than any other haunt in the Chicagoland area. Now, your people are saying, well, how do they charge more? Well, to even get into a park, you're gonna have to have a Six Flags ticket, which costs $70 for one day. So you're just better off buying a flash pass. There you go. Or season pass. Season pass. I can't even talk right now. Season pass to even get into the park. So if you're stupid, you're gonna buy the one-day ticket. But if you're smart, you'll buy the season pass for next year. So already there you go. There's $70 you have to spend. But now they got a little discount, which is like 45 or 49. I don't know. I don't care. It's in the 40s. So there you go. $40 just to get into the park. Then you gotta buy the haunted house ticket or wristbands, which that thing costs like $25. But you're better off just buying the VIP ticket because the lines are so damn long to get into the haunt. It's like an hour long.
Well, one of them was close to an hour long. Which one was that?
They were all.
I remember that it wasn't Manslaughter Manor.
So
41 minutes.
So all these
6-minute haunts.
So all these haunts, you're basically paying $100 just to see Fright Fest. And Six Flags is open all year round. What?
I want something.
So I don't even know why you're drinking. Like,
You think I'm happy?
no, you seemed happy in the beginning. Anyways, you're spending $90, and I could just go to Stageville two, 3 times, and get a better show than Six Flags. I don't know who the actor manager is at Six Flags for Fright Fest, but honestly, they ain't doing a good job at all.
I ain't drinking that straight. I ain't crazy.
Anyways, so you spend a whole bunch of money when you could just go to, Statesville, Hell's Gate, and probably Basement Dead for that kind of money. It's ridiculous. And Six Flags is open. It's not like they're like other haunts that had to tear down and stuff and rebuild. I mean, that space is there all year, and they have a bigger team than I imagine that that Evil Intentions or Zombie Army has, because you have a whole bunch of workers working at Six Flags. You tell me you cannot build the sets different from last year? You can't even put effort into it. The Catacombs is a small haunt, which is I'm wearing this shirt right now. They did better than Six Flags. And Catacombs is a small haunt, and they did a hell of a lot better job. And they put the time and effort to fix up their haunts. Catacombs does. They make time to build a new set or something. Six Flags is like, I don't give a damn. You're spending all this money on us. Why should I give two shits about you? Oh, I'm sorry, editor, but you're gonna be doing a lot of editing today. The only thing that was good, there was two haunts that were really good. Okay, and we're gonna get into more detail about this haunt review. Okay, first place, the opening, when they set up the monsters, when they what's his name?
The Uprising.
The
with
Uprising
Knox.
show with Knox. That show is amazing.
That's always the best part.
You know, you have the people who are acting and stuff. You know, they're putting on a show for everyone. And then when Knox rises, this is a cool little show. It's amazing. And then they have the parade, and all the monsters start getting all crazy and start chasing people. That's amazing. That's cool. I loved it. I enjoyed it.
That's my favorite part.
But then we get to the gates of hell. Go ahead, Amanda.
Well, let me pull up my notes because I'll be honest, there's so many they start to blur together.
Gates of hell, they didn't change nothing. It was the same exact thing.
I have to admit, Gates of Hell on here was one of the best wait times. We were only in line for 2 minutes. And I think it was the longest haunt. Yeah, out of all the haunts, that was the longest one. It was 10 minutes to go through it. And do you remember...
I remember that everything was the same, and there was hardly any actors. When the actors...
Well, no, there was something different that you mentioned. You mentioned the skulls with the horns on the walls, the two walls.
Yeah, they had a wall that had a skull's head on it with the horns coming out of it.
I think it was like the same overlay that they used in their water park, the skull for Skull Island. I think they just stuck horns on it, but it was cool.
That was the only thing that was different about that. Everything else was the same. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, and they in general didn't change much about any of the haunts. I'm trying to think of what was different or something that stood out.
Was terrible.
Yeah, which one was it? I think
we
it
will
was...
get to it. It's coming up. Hellfest is supposed to be based off the movie, so they decided to make a haunted house out of it. That actually felt like you were going through a real haunted house. They made the sets great. It looked phenomenal. That was probably the only. Well, there's another one, but that's how, as far as detail wise, Hellfest was the only one that was great in detail. You know, Gates of Hell was just, you put something here, you put something there, you put something this. It was
It feels
terrible.
like they were just thrown together.
Hellfest. You felt like you were in a haunted house. Like
They
a
had
real
actual haunted house props. I remember one of the Reapers in there that reaches down from above with the long, scraggly hair. I've seen that in other haunts. So they actually attempted to use actual haunted house props in that one. They actually put somewhat effort into it. I think that's the only reason it was somewhat good.
And the acting was terrible in this one too.
The acting was terrible in pretty much all of them.
Okay, Massacre Medical Center. They did not change a single thing in that haunt. Not a damn thing. And it looked the same as 2 years ago, as last year. Nothing has changed in that haunt. And the acting was just ridiculous. It's like the other haunt.
You can't just reach out at somebody and go, rah! Over and over and over with the same group.
We saw this one kid just go, rah, 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 rah. Kid you not, just stood at this wall and just rah, rah, rah. Like, what the hell was that? He didn't even move. He just stood on the wall. You know.
It wasn't even like he was jumping around a corner. He was literally in the middle of the hallway, in the middle of the wall, just leaning in at people.
If he worked at any other haunt, they would have tore his little ass up because that was just like no effort at all. None.
I'm adding a new rule to the no boo, no get out rule. Don't lean into someone's face and just go rah.
Big Top Terror. It was the same as last year too, and actually they had this really good pop out last year. And it was a guy in a teddy bear suit, and then he blended in with the wall, and he'll pop out. They took that away. They took out the maze.
The little kid clown that got you last year. You thought it was a doll.
Yeah, they
took him out too.
Well, he probably wasn't working this year, so they had no control over that. And they had the maze last year. They took that out too. So you take some great things out of Big Top Terror that would make this haunted house really good. You just take it all away, and you just have. Let's move on. That Manslaughter Manor. That did not change at all either. Actually, I
That
think,
one took 41 minutes waiting in the fast pass line.
yeah. And there's a whole bunch of rooms that were empty, a lot. So all you were doing was walk around seeing the same scenery you saw 2 years ago.
And it was dark. I remember that. That one was completely dark. And they handed us flashlights. And they sent us in a conga line of 15 people.
Yeah, and that's another thing. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. We're gonna go more detail. Infestation was the same. Well, they may have switched it up a little bit, but Infestation, the acting was on point. This was the only haunt that the acting was on point. They tried to scare you. They tried their best, and they put effort into it. The acting, they put effort into this haunt. Why was this haunt the only one you put effort into it? But all the other haunts, you did not do nothing except stand there and walk around. I kid you not. They stand there and walk around. Just, you know, they pop out, and that was it. They walked around throughout the whole haunt. They just, you didn't even put on a show. Now, some actors at some haunts, they don't do pop-ups, but they would put on a show for you. They'll, you know, they'll have a dialogue or something. These kids just walked around. It was horrible. It was sickening. You know, maybe it's not their fault. Maybe they didn't get proper training. But why is Six Flags not honest? You're called Fright Fest. People come here to see the haunted houses. People want to get scared. You know what? There's actually people have been asking us, what's a good kids haunt? Six Flags is a good kids haunt because those kids are not going to get scared by this haunt at all. They will not get terrified. They'll say, wow, this is pretty cool. You take them to another haunt,
They are going to pee their pants.
this one,
Possibly more.
this one, you might as well give them a trick-or-treat bag and walk around getting candy from the monsters because that's all they're going to do. This was horrible. This was, I hated
There
it.
was like no scare factor.
And they send you in conda lines, huge conda lines. A lot of haunts don't want conda lines. Statesville, Hell's Gate, Basement, they try to avoid that. Evil Intentions actually stopped us too, to, you know, not make conda lines, because right, they want you to enjoy the haunt. Every haunted house in Chicagoland that we went to so far has tried their best to not just, you know, let's say Indiana and Wisconsin too. They try their best to not have a conda line. They're trying their best to make sure, you know, that you enjoy the show with your group. Now, sometimes a conda line happens, and it's something that they can't, you know, prevent it. It just happens, you
That's
know.
when you call it it's bottlenecking. When you come to like a tight corridor and stuff, you could only go like one person at a time, and here comes the next group, and it just keeps happening and happening.
But at the beginning, they send you with a certain amount of people, and then somehow you just get conda line in these other big, huge haunts, like you know, like the Chicagoland area haunts. But it's not their fault, you know.
If you
People in front of-
purposely do it, that's when you kind of sit there and you go, why? It happens, but it shouldn't. Why would you purposely do that?
No.
That ruins the experience.
It's not those haunts' fault that conda lines happen. You know, the people in
No,
front of.
I'm saying with Six Flags, they were purposely sending us in giant groups. We had a group of 15.
Then we had a
go
group
through
of
a haunt.
15 with all the haunts we went through. They didn't care. They saw a whole line. Oh, you know what? They pay all this money. Just send them in. Just send them in. They didn't care. They didn't give two about it. You know, they just said, oh, you know, we got these people, just send them on through. And it killed the experience. And then, you know, and let me tell you about the pop-outs. There was no pop-outs at all. There was none whatsoever. Now, I've seen videos on Universal Studios. I watch Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. And then like I be watching those walkthroughs, and I literally see people pop out, pop back in, pop out, pop back in. You know, they reset, as they call it in the haunt industry. They reset. You know, they pop out, pop back in. And a lot of the haunts do that too. Six Flags, just whatever, just walk around, be scary. You know,
It's not how it's supposed to work.
we already said it. And we don't care if Six Flags watches this video and gets mad at us. Six Flags, your Fright Fest sucks. Plain and simple. And I feel sorry for the people who go there to act and stuff. You know, maybe it's not the actors' faults. They had to work at Fright Fest. You know, I'm not blaming the actors at Fright Fest. You know, I blame more on Six Flags itself by not being stricter. You know,
Make sure they're ready. Don't just send them in and they're not ready to step up.
I would really like to have someone from Six Flags that's an actor manager to come on this show and explain to us. Try to argue with the saying, try to, stand up for yourself and say, oh no, we do a good job. Because what I saw that night, it was terrible. It was horrible. And I already said it to my group, next year we would not be doing Fright Fest no more, because that's how bad it was. Now the people that you walk past, going to other rides and stuff, they do a phenomenal job trying to scare people. They be running around chasing people, trying to act and stuff. Those are the best people you have. So you just focus on the people, kind of, I don't know if you call them line acting or something at Six Flags, but the people who are out in the open, they do an amazing job of trying to scare people, interact with people and stuff. It's like they give more time to train them than they do to the people in the haunts. Now, I'm not saying that's not a bad thing that you guys do, that you put all the attention on them, because, that's the first people are going to see. It's the people who are out in the open. But you also got to get attention to the haunt itself, okay? People pay to go to the haunted houses. That's why Fright Fest is so packed, because they want to see the haunts. And now they walk through it, and they walk out, well, this sucked. And I know you're not supposed to get scared by any haunts. You get scared by haunts, but sometimes you don't. But at least you get entertained when you walk through the haunt. They put on a show for you. Six Flags, I don't feel that at all. I don't feel like there's a show getting put on. I don't feel like they're trying to scare you. I feel like they're just walking around, just acting like a zombie or something. And that's not right to me. I see people comment about the Six Flags experience, because my whole group that we went through, my team that we walked through Six Flags with, David said, this sucks, this is horrible. This is more for the kids. Now, I loved it when Fright Fest said, we are going to be more extreme. We're going to upgrade, we're going to step it up a notch. At 6 o'clock at night, get ready, because we will terrorize you. No, you do not terrorize me. You just throw an extra thing out there. Get out of that.
I think it sucks that we had to wait almost an hour and a half, putting all these haunts together, an hour and a half waiting for about 25 minutes worth of a haunt. The smallest haunt we've gone to this year, we didn't wait that long.
Yep.
And I think the haunt was longer.
I think Fright Fest, they should rename Fright Fest Fright Fest for all ages, because that's what I feel like. Now, people ask me, what should I take my kids to? And you know what my answer is going to be from now on? Fright Fest. Because other haunts try to scare you and try to put a show on. If you just want your kids just to walk out and look at the monsters and everything, Fright Fest is for them. Because I guarantee you, they will not get scared by Fright Fest. Because we weren't. And a lot of people I've talked to have not. And I'm talking about a lot of people. I said the same thing.
They're not happy either.
And if it was $5, I wouldn't complain about it. But you're spending over $100 to go to Fright Fest, and that is ridiculous. Now, if you have a season pass, you spend less. You spend 35. But I'd rather spend 35 on the other bigger haunts in Chicagoland and have a better time. This, I'm done.
Do we call it? I mean, I think that was the death of it.
Yep. From now on, we are not going back to Fright Fest.
No more.
We are done. We're boycotting Fright Fest until we hear some good stuff about it, which I doubt it. I think the next thing we'll probably go to is Universal Studios. But as far as Fright Fest goes for us, we're done with Fright Fest. Now we will be going to, and I'm sorry for the people who work at Fright Fest. You know, you guys, I see you guys tried. You tried your best, but
It's not holding water.
it's not great. And I think for the people who want to be actors and want to be, you know, be part of the haunt industry, I think you should check out the other haunts in the Chicagoland area because they will give you more training and you will feel more at home with the Chicagoland haunts. Because this is
This is not, I think, the acting experience
no.
they expect.
This is
to
for
get.
I'll say this: if you're a beginner and you just want to taste it, maybe Fright Fest is good for you. But I still say it's better just to go to a normal haunt.
Because there you'll be trained.
You'll train better and you'll feel more like home, and you will be with a family who will take care of you. Fright Fest, I don't feel like they will do that for you.
No.
I feel like if you went to 13 Floors House of Torment or any other haunted house in the Chicagoland area, they would take care of you. You will be with people who have been in the business longer and will, you know, show you the ropes and stuff. And then you will feel like you're part of a family because I know every haunt I went to, I felt like I was part of a family. Fright Fest, I do not feel that you would get that same reaction. Unless you're like one of the head people, like Knox or them.
Yeah.
Anything else, I don't. No. No. Anyways, this is XW Halloween Blast.
Signing off.
You.
All right. Bye, guys.